President Zelensky, of course, left the White House empty-handed Friday after that contentious meeting with the president and the vice president over a potential multi-billion-dollar rare earth minerals deal with the U.S. Zelensky telling reporters this weekend Ukraine is still ready to sign the agreement if things change. Here to discuss this morning at Post 9, we're lucky to have James Litinsky, MP Materials Chairman and CEO, the largest producer of rare earth materials in the Western Hemisphere. Jim, it's great to have you in.
Thanks Carl. It's good to be here.
Help viewers understand in Ukraine what the promise is, what their reserves are like, what the timeline that it would take to get mine operation going, and when we would start to get some bang for that buck.
Sure. So with Ukraine and rare earths, I'll give you a simple analogy. It's rare earths in Ukraine. It's kind of like an old school music album where you have a title track, but there are 10 other songs. And so if you look at what's been publicly released as far as the deal that was on the table, rare earths were a component of critical minerals, ports, infrastructure, oil and gas. It was sort of a big piece, but it was the title track. And the reason it's the title track, albeit sort of a smaller piece of a much bigger overall deal, is that I think that there's a recognition in this administration and sort of around the world that rare earth materials really drive physical AI and defense for the future. It's really the future of warfare, and we can get into that. But so I think that's why it's the title track to sort of what is a much bigger overall thing.
And the absence of, say, Ukraine as a supplier means you'd be more beholden to China instead?
Well, we produce and refine materials in the U.S. today, and the reality is that even if we had a deal tomorrow, there's not a lot of great drilling information. Certainly we'll do our part if called upon to go out there and do it. But you're talking about a minimum of 10, 15, 20 years to bring some of that stuff online, just because you have to drill, you have to get a lot of infrastructure. These things think of them more of like an oil refinery than sort of a big, just open pit where you pull stuff out of the ground.
So do you think the administration is overemphasizing how much we need this?
Oh, not at all. In fact, so for example, David in the last hour mentioned that Adam Jonas report that was out talking about humanoid robotics with Tesla. If you believe those numbers, you believe a percentage of those numbers for the physical AI boom, over the next decade or two, we need dozens of these mines. Just to give you an example, a simple humanoid robot needs 8 to 10 pounds of rare earth magnetics in it. And so I don't think there's a real appreciation for the scale of this stuff that really matters. And when you look at what China is doing, Unitree, their leading robotics company, had a very prime seat in front of Qi in their private market symposium a couple weeks ago. And so they are very far ahead with this supply chain and downstream into the robotics. And I think there's a real concern, as there should be, that this is a major national security issue.
I mean, it is the downstream GDP in a way that's so much larger. It's only, what, a $15 billion overall market, I think your CFO, if I read correctly, was quoted as saying?
Yes.
So the numbers are not that large, but what they enable, I guess, is far larger.
Absolutely. That's the point that we really stress to make, is that, yes, this is sort of a niche, and, it's the title track of a much bigger album, so to speak, in Ukraine or in other areas, but there's trillions of dollars. If you think about the AI boom that we have right now, a lot of people talk about where's our return on capital. Physical AI over the coming years is really, that's what we're talking about. And that's trillions of dollars. And if we don't have these upstream materials, or at a minimum, if these upstream materials are utilized as a form of strategic advantage, then our companies are going to lose out. And the Chinese are already downstream. And so it's a real concern.
Yeah, even with advances, though, that require fewer, magnets, if I can, for lack of a better term, or lack of a complete understanding here. You think that there's always going to be a need for these rare earths, despite what typically are advances in the ability to use fewer of them?
Yeah, well, there's no question that there's going to be advances. There's no question that there's evolution in technology. But I think the simplest way to think about it is, whatever can be done without a rare earth magnet can be done much better. And so there have to be advances. There's going to be use cases where they're not going to be necessary, because we just don't have, if you believe the billions of robots theory, we need hundreds of these mines. So something's got to give. There's going to be advances, but I think in particular, when we think about national security needs, where we would need, certainly a number of more mines. I'm sure if you just go on X and see some of these videos of these robots walking around China. It literally looks like Terminator 2.
Yes.
And so there's going to be use cases where it's going to be actually more than we even think. And so we have to get going on this.
So you're saying we have to take Greenland? Is that what you're saying?
Well, what's interesting
Doesn't that be a part of the appeal there?
No, Sarah, it's a funny question because we get asked, Greenland, Ukraine, all these things. So we are 100% of Western production in California today. We are 12% of the global rare earth supply at MP. We could expand significantly with the federal government and state governments facilitating that, and that would be substantially lower cost than Greenland or Ukraine. And again, we'll do our part. We're the only ones who can really do this in the Western world, but we can do it much lower cost at our site and other places.
Right, without having to ask the Greenlanders, yes.
Yes.
Jim, please come back. It's a good story to understand.
Okay.
Jim
Thank you,
Litinsky.